Good morning, good morning. Today's Friday. It's 9:11 a.m. I got an offer from Uber Eats to go to CVS and shop for two items. I'm going to get $11.08 for 4 miles. I was online starting at about a little bit before 7 a.m., so I've been online for over 2 hours. Just waiting for an offer to come in that was $2 for every mile. I think the only offer that came in that I rejected that met the metric was a $5 coffee order to go for a little over 2 miles. And it was to drop off at the hospital, so I said no thanks to that. And then I was basically just spending my time rejecting offer after offer after offer. And excuse me. And it's sort of an unusual situation for a Friday, but not unusual for what's been happening lately. There has been no work lately that's been acceptable to do. Everything has been, the miles have been just super high and not worth doing. So I've just been just hanging out at home and just chilling out, listening to music and watching TV and just enjoying my day. And that's also put a delay on my normal video routine, putting out videos. Because normally every day I'm able to make, to do enough deliveries to put out a video that's worth watching. But no, lately there hasn't been. So I've been having to put multiple days together to make one video. So that's put a delay on how often I come out with videos. So yeah, so lately it hasn't been every day that videos have been coming out, which is a shame. But what can you do? You just go with the flow. And let's see what we're shopping for. A Red Bull energy drink. And some Afrin Extra Moisturizing Nasal Pump Mist, a twin pack, which they probably don't have. A lot of times they don't have the twin pack, so we'll see what they have for a substitute. So we'll see. Weather right now is warm. It's going to be 105 today is the high. Currently it's 93 degrees. Traffic is a little bit busy, but not too crazy. Let's see, what else is going on? There's no wind. It's hazy today, blue skies. It's like Groundhog Day right now. Every day seems to feel like the same day as the previous day. Weather-wise, it's just hot, dry, hazy, blue sky, no clouds. And every morning I usually wake up and the temperature is in the 80s when I wake up in the morning. And by the end of the day, it's usually about 107 by the end of the day. Even though the weather says usually it's going to be 104, 105, on my Amazon device, it says in the evening the weather gets to always like 107, 106, sometimes 108. So yeah, very hot. I'm not looking forward to when we get to peak summer because it's probably going to get to about 120, 122 will be the high at some point. So I'm not looking forward to that. I was curious, like, at what point does an air conditioner stop functioning if it gets too hot? Because I'm like, isn't it at some point where the air conditioner will overheat from being outside in that hot sun? So I did a Google search on it just to see what it would say. And apparently the limit for most air conditioners, I don't know if it's all or most, it said 120 degree heat, and the air conditioner will struggle to function or completely shut down if it gets to that temperature. Now I can recall in years past we've gotten to like 122, and I don't remember the air conditioner shutting down, but maybe it has to do with as an air conditioner ages. Like, I don't think my air conditioners are that old. I think they're, let's see, how old are they? I think they're 9 years old, I think. So they're not that old. And I think if they were older, they'd probably have a higher likelihood of failing. And then then I don't know. I guess you'd have to call somebody to repair it, or I don't know. I don't know if it blows a fuse. I don't know what happens. But the way things are going, it looks like with this whole global warming situation, it looks like the the heat is only going to get worse. And I did a Google search. I was like asking Google, is there a chance that Las Vegas could become uninhabitable at some point for being too hot? And the AI said it is possible that within the next 50 years that Vegas could become uninhabitable because it'll be just too hot, and everything, there will be not enough like water or whatever resources. So so yeah, that's a real strong possibility. And yeah, there's not much you can do really. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'll be here in 50 years, though. That would make me over 100 years old. So I guess I don't have to worry about it. It's for the future generations to deal with. But that's kind of scary to think that a place could suddenly become a ghost town because of weather. Not because of, economic reasons, just because it's just too darn hot and there's no water or whatever. So it's just a weird thing to think about. All right, I'm gonna make a right turn here into the CVS parking lot, and let's see if it looks busy or not today. Oh, it looks kind of busy. Oh, I gotta turn here. It looks kind of busy. I think I can get a parking spot to the left of this SUV that didn't know how to park. Yeah, this is a good wide open parking spot. All right, let's go in and do the shopping. Just like I thought, this is a substitute. They didn't have a twin pack of the one they wanted, so waiting to hear back. Let's get the other item. All right, I got Red Bulls. I think I'm done. My trash thing, because they don't get the receipt. We're traveling 6 minutes, 1.6 miles. It's going to be, it looks like a business, and it's going to be a meet at the door. And which way do you want me to go? All right. Everything was fine. Just I had to get a substitute for the nasal spray, which they immediately approved, so I didn't even have to wait. And then I got a little bit lost inside of the CVS because I don't normally come to this location. And the refrigerators were not in the same spot that they normally are at other CVS's. So that threw me a little bit, but I recovered. And when I was exiting, the lady told me, "Have a good day." And I was so lost in thought. I was like I was stumbling on my words, trying to transition from being deep in thought to speaking. So I was like, I was like, have a, and I said, "Have a good day." It finally came out. Sometimes that happens when you're really in deep thought. So somehow your brain disconnects from your vocal cords because you're in a trance thinking. Because I heard her say, "Thank you, have a good day," and I wanted to respond, but there was a gap from when I could respond because something was going on neurologically in my brain. So yeah, so that was the only unusual thing. Everything else other than that, pretty standard. No problems at all. It's now 93 degrees. It's 9:25 a.m. I currently only have about 3 miles on the car. I don't know. I doubt I'm going to put very many miles on the car today, the rate that we're going. I think yesterday I only put like 15 miles, maybe 17 miles on the car yesterday, because there was just there was no eligible jobs that came in that was taking. I don't have any plans of changing my strategy of $2 for every mile, $5 minimum. that's sort of just going to be the strategy I think I'm going to continue to do indefinitely. I don't know if I have a reason to change it. The only thing that would change it is if I didn't get any work at all. Like, let's suppose, because I'm normally online from about 7 till about noon, so that's about a 5-hour window or something like that. And so, if I can't get anything within a 5-hour window, I'm going to have to change the strategy. But as long as I get something, if I make like $10 or $20, I mean, I think the minimum I would have to make is at least like $10 just to have something to do. Get out one time or a couple of times. But if it turns out that day after day I'm either making like $5 or no $0, then I'm like, look, I've got to change this up because I want to get rolling. I mean, part of this is the fun activity of being out and about. So just one job, I have to do at least 2 jobs to feel like I've gotten out of the house and I'm enjoying myself. So that's when I'll be like, well, just take something that's at least, $1.50 a mile or something. I guess that would be the backup plan. But right now, it's status quo. We're almost there. It's going to be on the right-hand side. I hope it's not. Oh, jeez. There's a landscaper blocking my way. And now I've got to get over. This is going to be a difficult drop-off. The fact they're saying meet at the door is not a good sign. 800 feet, 700 feet. Next right. I don't think I've been to this business before. The name doesn't sound familiar to me at all. Alright, let's follow where the navigation's telling me to go. Okay, I see the name of the business. I see a sign. Okay, I see the suite number. This is good news. I've never been to this business before. I guess I'll just park it right here. We'll walk on in. Alright, let's go. Thank you. You're welcome. Have a good day. Thank you too. Didn't get it. Oh, great. Well, I didn't capture the next offer that I just accepted. Unfortunately, I was in the middle of recording the video when it came in. So I believe it's $7 for 3 miles, Uber Eats, going to CVS, shopping for 3 items. Gosh darn it. It's like once I hit the record button and the offer came in, it wouldn't allow me to stop recording the video. It was blocking it. And then when I try to do the screen capture, it wouldn't let me do the screen capture. So I was stuck, unfortunately. Oh, I guess I'll go back this way. It's easier to go back to the CVS than to go the other way. We're going back to, I believe it's that exact same CVS and that I was just at. And at least for now, it seems like now I'm getting offer after offer, so it's looking good. So I think the one I just handed the customer was like, I think that was an $11 one. Now this is going to be, I think, a $7 one. Maybe it's a $6 one. This is the problem when I don't screen capture. It's like it's hard to even remember what the offer was for. But it was either $6 or $7. And so that means we're going to be at $17 or $18 once I take care of this one. Oh boy. And yeah, the drop-off went just fine. I didn't even have to ring the doorbell. The the customer saw me coming to the door, and they came out and I gave them the stuff. And they were happy because now they won't have that they'll be able to get some relief for their sinus problem. And then they'll have some nice Red Bull energy drink so they can stay awake and get through their day. Are you stopping? Okay, I'll go. I'll take my turn. And now the temperature is still 93 degrees. I have just 4.6 miles on the car right now. It's 9:32 a.m. It's still early. We're flowing along. I'm working until noon, as usual. Oh, I was at home just figuring how to pass the time. I was just watching a lot of shows, and I was listening to music, and just, oh my gosh, drivers are the worst. Oh, I tell you. I had my PB&J and some cottage cheese, and that helped to make sure I wasn't going to be worried about being hungry later on, because I usually will get hungry at around 11 if I don't eat something. So it worked out that I had my I guess you could call it an early lunch. I don't know if you would call it that if I'm eating it at like 8:30 in the morning, but that's when I had it. And let's see what we're shopping for. Customer added 2 more items. Oh boy. Oh, I don't like it when they do that. They just added water, a case of water, and they added another thing of water. I might just cancel on this. That's not right. They almost doubled the amount of stuff I have to shop for, and it's only like a $6 order. That's sneaky. I don't like it when they're sneaky like that, so maybe I'll just park it here and cancel. Organic honey, gallon of water, a case of water. Or I could always just say they don't have it, and then that'll take care of that problem real quick. I'll be like, oh, they don't have your case of water. Oh, they don't have that other water either that you just added. Oh well, click, click. And then they'll lower the tip. You're like, you're a liar. I'm not going to pay you. I'm like, great. Pregnancy test. Celestial seasoning sleeping tea. Honey substitute. Unfortunately, they don't have the kind they want. They wanted 3 jugs of this water. I mean 8. And I'm only getting 3. That's crazy. That's a last minute addition. Check out what they did. Look at how much stuff I have. I have 2 cases of water, 3 giant jugs of water, and they actually wanted 5 more jugs of water, and they're only paying me like $6 or $7. I don't think so. This is crazy. I might cancel. Nerve. It's not even funny. How do they sleep at night knowing the antics that they pull? It is absolutely unbelievable, the kinds of antics that they pull. I honestly don't even understand how they do these things and look themselves in the mirror and say, you know what, this is totally fair what I'm doing. It's actually it's really nice of me to, at the last minute, add 8 gallons of water and 2 24-count cases of water to this guy's order, because if I didn't do that, they probably wouldn't accept it because my tip is so low. So this is a perfect strategy, and it's totally ethical, isn't it? I'm sure that's what they were thinking. It's the right thing to do. People have a lot of damn nerve. I swear. We're going 3 minutes, 1.3 miles. We're going to be going to a house, and it's a meet at the door. I can't wait to see their face when I get there. I just can't wait. It's people like this that, of course, are going to do a meet at the door. They're gonna act like they spent $100 on this order. They're like, I gave you a lot of money for this order, and I really expect top quality service. I'm like, oh gosh. I tell you. Can you imagine if I would have had to have gotten all 8 gallons of water? Oh man. And it had been an apartment on the 3rd floor. I was like, oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh. You know, it's one thing if the order had already had the water in there when I accepted it. And then I could have declined it before I left the previous place I was at. But because they didn't add it till just before I arrived at the store, just shows you how manipulative this customer is, how they're really trying to game the driver, trick the driver into forcing the driver to accept this order when they know full well the amount of money they're getting for this offer is terrible for lifting that much water. And they're just gambling that, well, if I add the water at the last second, they've already driven the miles to get to the location, to the store, so they're not gonna cancel. They're gonna have to do it because now they wasted all that time getting to the store, all the miles. And that was the case for me because believe me, I would have rejected this offer so fast the moment I saw those cases of water and those gallons, those big jugs of water. Oh my gosh. So irritating. Oh well. There's nothing I can do. You know, with this job, I'm telling you, it's always drama. There's always drama. It's going to be coming up on the right-hand side. No matter how hard you try, there's always some drama. Is it this house or the next one? Let's see. Is it this one? That's this one. Alright, let's drop it off. Oops, the water fell over. Thank you. You're welcome. She couldn't even look me in the eye. She knew full well what she was doing. Oh man. Let's get out of here. Alright. That drop off is in the past. It's totally not worth it. For the effort. Miles was fair. The effort, a total ripoff. We got 7.2 miles on the car. Still 93 degrees. 66 miles to the gallon. It's 9:52 a.m. Unbelievable. I got $6 or $7 for that. Maybe the customer raised the tip. We can only hope they raise the tip. Well, you guys would know. That was pretty outrageous if you ask me. I don't often get customers that do that. What I do when those situations come up and they order excessive amounts of water, I just put that they ran out. I will get them water, but I'm not going to get them exorbitant quantities of the water. So that way, the customer will either still tip the same. The customer is highly likely that they'll still tip the same because they don't know that they have the full quantity at the store. But if the customer up front, when I accepted the offer, put the full quantity of what they wanted, and I didn't want to do it, well, I would cancel and let somebody else do it. Because if I saw what I just saw, there was no way I would have accepted this job. It was a bad job to do for the tiny amount of money compared to the amount of effort. I mean, I'm sweating right now. For $6 or $7, I'm like, are you serious? Oh, brother. That is unbelievable. And the previous customer I did was so easy and I got $11. Man. I don't understand how people can be so cheap. I mean, the effort that the driver's going to have to go through to bring you your stuff. And it's not like you're poor. It's not like you're living in some dilapidated hovel in a shack and you're on the verge of homelessness because you can't pay your bills. These are people in well-to-do neighborhoods that are just being cheap. They're just thinking, well, I don't have to, so why would I? Because legally they're not required to. They just feel like, well, I'm just not going to do it. And it doesn't matter to them that there's a human being that's going to have to suffer to fulfill their order. They're like, yeah, I'll just tip him $1. I don't care if he has to deliver 50 cases of water. I'm only going to tip $1. I'm like, unbelievable. Oh. Yeah, when I first saw the offer, it just said 3 items. And none of the items were heavy. It was just a pregnancy test. It was a little bottle of honey and some tea. I thought, well, this is going to be so easy. Not so much. It's like, surprise. You've been snookered. Whew. Now the app is really quiet. And see, even if I made at least $10 a day, that still comes out to $300 a month. So that's $300 in my pocket. So I'm like, wow, that's still going to be fine with me. But if I can't make at least $300 for the entire month, as a hobby, I'm like, it's time to do another hobby. It's like when I do artwork on the internet and I get my royalty money. I know the amount of effort it took me to build my library of artwork and the royalties I get from it. So I know the huge amount of money, like the effort I had to put in to build my library of images, and how much money I've gotten over the lifetime since I've created those images is totally worth the effort I had to put into making them, and knowing over a lifetime the royalties I'm going to be getting. So that's how I think of doing this. This is almost like the same thing, because I'm converting miles on my car for money. And so $5, 5 miles. So if I drive this car and I put on 300,000 miles on this car, over its lifetime, that's going to be $300,000 to $400,000 over a 20-year period. So to me, that's totally worth it. It doesn't seem like it at the time, but as long as you can consistently do it, and as a hobbyist type person who has the free time, and it's real flexible, it just makes sense to continue on and do it. And that's why I still only do $2 for every mile. And I don't even think, this is the part where I always struggle. I'm like, well, should I really lower my standards down to $1.50 a mile? Is it really going to matter in the grand scheme of things? especially knowing that inflation is where it's at right now. And so people are continuously going to have to continue to up how much money they pay me to continue to do this, as they continue to have to pay more for anything anyway. Because, like let's say 10 years ago, it was very difficult to get the same amount of money you're getting on this job. 10 years ago, you would only be making in this job about $12 to $15 an hour. But because now of inflation, now everybody makes somewhere between $15 and $25 dollars an hour. I mean, I know whenever I do this job, it's always at least $20 an hour is what I'm getting when I'm active. So yeah, but it wasn't like that before, I'm sure. Although I don't know if this job was even around 10 years ago. I'm thinking about Uber, when you used to just drive people around. I remember I used to sometimes when things were really slow and I did Uber driving people, I was only making like $12 an hour. It was really pretty sad. Oof, not gonna make this light. $7.25, 2.6 miles. Take a screen capture. There it goes. Try to match it. See if I get it. All requests taken. Thanks a lot. It was a good one. $7 for like 2.5 miles to go to Taco Man Grill, but I didn't get it. My phone was lagging when I tried to do the screen capture, so I didn't get it. It happens sometimes on my phone when it lags and I try to capture the graphic for the video. But no big deal. That's once again yet another hobby that I do. And I think I think the YouTube thing right now is probably the least profitable of all the little ventures that I do. Only because it requires you you're really investing in the unknown. You have no idea if your channel is going to really catch fire and really bring you a lot of revenue. It's just like a gamble in a way, As I'm continuously talking to you guys and try to do screen captures of jobs that come in, a lot of times I lose out on the opportunity because I'm not, especially for trip radars, I'm not able to accept the trip until I do a screen capture of it. And by the time I do a screen capture, it's gone. So I think maybe what I should do from now on is if it's a trip radar, I'm just gonna snatch it up, and I'm not gonna bother with the screen capture. And I'll just try to remember and tell you guys. And at the very least, at the end, when I get the money, you guys can see what the money is at the drop-off point in that graphic. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna start to do. Because I just lost out on $7 because of the stupid screen capture. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, here we go. I got the next offer. It's from DoorDash. I'm gonna get a Starbucks. I'm gonna get $4.50 for 2.4 miles. I took this one because the day's almost over. It's 11:20, and I have a feeling that if I didn't take this one, that there would be no more work for the day since I'm turning the app off at noon. So I just went ahead and I took it. And yeah, it's not, obviously it's below minimum of $5, but the drop-off spot is pretty much at the corner that I'm at right now, so it's going to be a very short drive to get back home. So it just made sense to go ahead and just snatch it up, get it done, head for home, and then just turn the apps off, and it'll be the end. So that's why I did it. And plus it was a Starbucks order, so I figured it's gonna be real easy. I'll just walk in, it'll be sitting on the counter, and I'll just snatch it up. And I just saw in my window there's this huge bird poop on my rear passenger side window. So as soon as I arrive at Starbucks, I'm gonna clean my car a little bit and just kind of take my time cleaning it, because that'll guarantee that the order will be just sitting on the counter when I go in. It probably won't take me more than about 2 minutes to clean it, but I haven't closely inspected the situation. I think when I was walking this morning where I parked, there was this crow that was sitting on all the cars, on the roofs of the cars. And I have a feeling that crow made its way to my car to do his business on my car. I think it was doing it to every single car. Sometimes you get these real naughty birds in the neighborhood, and they get a kick out of just sitting on every single car and just jumping on them. So that's what happened to my car. So I've got a spray bottle in here and a rag, and I'll just take care of that as soon as I arrive at the store. That is just too much. Order still being prepared. Oh boy. Just gotta wait through the traffic for all the cars. Everybody's gonna take their sweet time. Starbucks looks fairly busy, but not super busy. I think I'll park over. Where should I park? I'll park next to this little moped. That'll give me the space I need to clean up. Alright, we're here. Still waiting on the order, and the bird poop, it cleaned up real easily. Yes, yes, yes. Confirm the pickup. Directions. Hand it to the front desk. We're gonna go to a medical building that I've been to many times. It's an easy drop off. And yeah, I just got out of the car and cleaned my window. There was no bird stuff on my on the paint of the car. It was just on the window, so it was easy to clean up. And the order was just sitting inside of the Starbucks, and the Starbucks hasn't had the normal number of people in there, so it was fairly busy, but not extremely busy. And the temperature right now is 100 degrees. Time is 11:26. And we're going to be traveling 5 minutes, 1.3 miles. And this looks like it's going to do it. I don't think there's going to be any more. I'm going to shut the app off at 11:45, so there is going to be some time for a potential for another one. But the odds are not looking very good because the app has been extremely quiet all day. There hasn't been any work. I mean, there has been assignments that have come in. There was one for like $20 to drive 15 miles to shop at 2 different stores. That wouldn't have worked out. And then there was one for $18 to go to COSTCO and shop for 5 items for, I think it was like 9.5 miles. But I don't want to go to Costco to shop because it's a headache, and it's a madhouse to get out of there. So it's super time consuming, and the items are real heavy. So I don't really have an interest in really ever doing any Costco orders, because the Costco over here is just a madhouse. Just to park is a madhouse. So I'm like, nah, that's all right. I don't need to learn how to shop at Costco. So I skipped that one. I don't even know how they let you in. Like, what do you show them to get inside if you don't have a Costco membership? How do you get inside? There must be some kind of thing that shows up on the app that lets you get in, I guess. I just don't have an interest. I've been inside Costco many times for myself when I shop, and it is no fun at all. It is just pure chaos. Okay, guy, I don't know what you're doing. Oh God, what is this guy doing? OMG. They're the most craziest drivers here, let me tell you. The craziest drivers you've ever seen, who don't even give a rat's ass about anybody but themselves. That was the most lamest driving I've ever seen. They backed up, they stopped, they just took their sweet time. They just ended up parking right back where they were to begin with. OMG, this world is insane. Alright, let me just park it. Hopefully this person doesn't stop me. Okay, we're here. Let's drop it. Alright, let's grab this stuff. Thank you. Well, there was a little bit of chaos doing the drop-off. Normally there's somebody that just greets me as soon as I walk in and takes the order, but not this time. This time, for whatever reason, there was nobody to hand the order to. They were both people behind the desk were busy. $4, 3.2 miles. No. Yeah, they were both busy, and then there was a guy like on the other side of the desk, and I couldn't tell if he was an employee or not. I'm like, and then I just said it on the counter and just said the name of the customer and just said thank you. And then I think the guy that I wasn't sure was an employer or not, he just went over and just like looked at it to see what it was. Oh no, another COSTCO. $36.05 for shopping for 27 items. It'll take 90 minutes to complete. I'm not doing that. That's too many. That's too long. It's a good amount of money, but I'm not doing it. No, thank you. That sounds so stressful, and it is 100 degrees. I'm not interested in carting around COSTCO in the madhouse that COSTCO is. No thanks. To me, doing Costco orders is the equivalent to shopping at Walmart. It's insane. It's like, no thanks. I'll pass. Hardcore pass. Hard pass. I got the next offer. It's from Uber Eats. I'm going to go to Sprouts Farmers Market and shop for 8 items. I'm going to get $10.10 for 1.5 miles. Let me tell you, I am so glad I didn't take that Costco one. That's all I have to say. That would have been so painful. I'd have been so sweaty. Just doing that CVS one with the cases of water. My back was sweaty. I was sweaty everywhere. It was a mess. So I am so glad that I didn't take that Costco one, because I would have had a complete meltdown. And this one is really going to be simple. It's just going to Sprouts, and it's a short distance, so the number of items is really low. So it's a decent one for $10. So this will take me up into, I don't know, what am I at? Maybe it's take me to $30. I don't know. I've lost track where I'm at. I think after I dropped off that Starbucks order, I think I was at like 20 something, and then this one will take me to 30 something, and that should do it. I mean, unless I feel like continuing on, which I don't know how I feel right now about continuing. After I do this one, I guess I can keep the app going until I get back home, and then once I get back home, I can shut it off if I don't get anything by the time I get home. But if I get something else that's fair along the way, then I'll just take it. The app suddenly started picking up. It started rapid firing in offers. So maybe after I complete this one, the rapid fire will continue, and I'll get another good one. And as long as they're fair and they're not too difficult, I'm gonna do it. Normally I would take offers that are more challenging, but with this heat, I just don't have the same level of energy that I would normally have to do this job. My body's just telling me to not overdo it. It's like, just take it easy. You're not in your 20s or your 30s or your 40s. You're getting up there in years, and you cannot overdo. You gotta just kind of think of yourself as a senior citizen, and don't get carried away with these offers. It's not like I'm working to survive doing this job. It's just for fun. It's a fun little get around town doing it. So I've got to keep that in mind constantly. We made it to Sprouts. Let's go pick up these 8 items and be done. Carbonate bread, just white meat chicken, strawberry, a bag of avocados, Roma tomatoes, organic mini cucumbers, sweet butter blend, and then this lemon parmesan chop kit. Cage-free eggs. We're done. Let's get out of here. Alright, shopping was not hard. It was really easy. Just need to reset my DoorDash in case I decide to continue on after I drop this off. We're going to be traveling 0.5 miles, the 4-minute drive. It's an apartment. It's a leave at the door. I have a gate code and I have a building number. So far, so good. Smooth sailing so far. Store was pretty busy. They still have those Instacart smart shopping carts that the customers are learning how to use. And there's still a person there teaching people how to use the carts, explaining to them giving them a tutorial before they go in on how to use it. So it's supposed to make, I guess, it easier for customers to get in and out of the store without having to wait in line, I guess. I guess the cart does everything. It weighs all the items, all the produce, and then it scans everything into the cart. The only thing I don't understand is, how do you get them back in the store? Because the customer is going to take it to their car, and those kind of devices, they really shouldn't be sitting out in this heat, because it would start to it would damage the electronics, I would think, of the cart. So that I don't know. Well, we're already here, just like that. Snap, crackle, and pop. Let's enter the code. All right. Should be the second building on the left after I go around this bend. Ooh, that sun is strong. Let's see, it's not this building. It's going to be the next one, and I think it's going to be, I've dropped off to this customer before, or this building, and I believe it's going to be on the south side of this building on my left. So I'm going to park on the first parking spot here on the left and see if I can find their door. Thank you. It's hot. This heat is brutal. Absolutely brutal. It's no wonder most delivery drivers in this area give up and just go home at this time. Because just like me, they're overheating, so they give up. They're like, I'm gonna go home. Most drivers want to work in the morning because it's so hot right now. So that's probably why there isn't that much work in the morning. Everybody's working the morning shift. Because who wants to be carrying and walking around these neighborhoods in this heat? $6, 6 miles. Nobody wants to be walking around in this kind of weather. It's detrimental to your health. Whew. Well, like I said, if something comes in worth my while, I'll take it. If it's worth it, $5.40 for 8 miles. But if it's not, then when I get home, I'm turning it off. Man. Oh, traffic's light. Excellent.